The GPU market is in a total free fall, and at this rate, they're going to need a parachute to stop them from just smashing into the ground. This is a total stunning and big reversal from what we just had a couple years ago when the GPU market was on fire. I mean, it was so hard to get a GPU or a graphics card. You had to pay an extra premium if you wanted one. If you went to some of the scalpers out there or some of the sell sites like eBay, you had to pay a pretty premium just to get a decent graphics card. But right now, desktop GPU sales have hit their lowest in decades. This is a story out of Times Hardware. So we're going to read this article and go over it. But before I do that, if you are new to this channel, please do me a huge favor. Consider hitting that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and drop a like if you are enjoying this video. Now, let's jump right back into this. Sales of standalone graphics cards for desktops continue to shrink in Q1 of 23 as retailers and PC makers continue to drain their inventory, while AMD and nvidia were preparing to release new generation mainstream add-in boards, which are set to become some of the best graphics cards. But as the market hit a new multi-decade low, Intel continued to gain share with its discrete Arc Alchemist GPUs and now controls 4% of the market. So 4% of the market Intel has been able to capture in just about less than a year. So we have to keep an eye on what Intel is doing within their GPU market right now. Right here is a graph. I will go into that in a little bit more detail. But let me continue reading this article. Sales of graphics cards for desktops dropped to 6.3 million units in the first quarter, down 12.6% sequentially and 38.2% year over year, according to JPR. 6.3 million is the lowest quarterly sales results of discrete graphics cards in decades, as historic data show. So again, this is a stunning reversal. Let's take a look at this chart right here. You should be able to see that. So this is where we are right now. So the total here is, like I said, about 6.3 million units. Look at this. Look at what was happening just a couple of years ago during the boom. We were looking at what, 13, 14, over 13 million graphics cards. We are down almost half of that right now. And look at this. This was way back in 2017. nvidia themselves were shipping 11 million. Then you had nvidia shipping about 4 or 5 million. So definitely, we are definitely a long way from where we were back, not only from a year ago, but 5, 6, 7 years ago, as sales continue to tank in the last couple of months. I recently did a video where I did pose the question, is there a chance for another GPU shortage? But looking at this data, well, in that video, I did go over some data points about how nvidia may be shifting their focus towards their server market, their server CPUs, their server GPUs, or the GPUs that they use for AI, and take away from the gaming graphics cards. But looking at this data that we just got here and looking at some of the historical data, I don't think that a shortage is going to happen. It looks like they're ample supply and inventory right now. Prices have come down a lot. So we'll see how that continues in the next couple of quarters, if this momentum can maintain, if they can stop the bleeding, or will it level off. Shipments of new add-on boards were impacted by a downturn in the PC market due to the inflation worries and layoff. Yeah, that was another thing, that nobody was going to run out and spend, $1,500, $2,000 on a graphics card or $3,000 for a PC when we had inflation rates that were at their all-time high, over 9% in the past, not their all-time high, but the highest they've been in like 40 years at 9%, according, thanks to who we have in the White House right now. But yeah, no one was going to go out there and spend that extra money on that when they had other worries to worry about. So yeah, that was a big reason why some of the GPU sales have also cratered as well. With inventory being run down, sales of new generation boards will pick up, but not until Q3. Q2 is traditionally a down quarter, maybe, and the year won't be any different, but probably not as severe as might be expected. So they're expecting that it might not be so bad. It might turn around. We'll see. I think things will start to level off. It won't continue to be this bad right now. I think you said you have a kind of a storm of things that had happened that kind of led to the decline, and things should start to level up now. And inflation is coming back down to a normal level. It's not normal yet, but it's coming down. But we'll see. This chart here, we'll take a look at that one. NVIDIA continued to dominate the market with 84% share. It supplied approximately 5.29 million discrete graphics processors for desktop computers, its worst result on the desktop market in many years. AMD was a distant second with 12% share at 760,000 add-in board units shipped. Now look at this one here. So as you can see here, 84% for NVIDIA, 12% for AMD, and 4%. This is all others, but obviously most of that is all Intel. Again, they just entered the market about a year or so ago, and they've already got a 4% share. So we have to keep an eye on how Intel is able to do in this market if they continue to grab more market share from AMD or NVIDIA at this point. Yeah. So you look at the share, 87%. That was just back in Q3 of 22. NVIDIA, that was their highest that they've had, at least according to this graph here. And we had NVIDIA drop down to 10%, their lowest that they've ever been. And they've up to 12% right now, but NVIDIA is obviously still the king right now. Unlike NVIDIA and AMD, Intel, which launched its Arc Alchemist A700 series graphics cards in the late Q3, was ramping up shipments of these GPUs in Q1. This is why it increased sales and gained some share. Of course, Intel's shipped units were around 250,000 graphic processors, which is obviously incomparable to NVIDIA's 5.29 million, but it is evident that the Intel shipment of standalone add-in boards are growing. Yep, so yes, and Intel is growing. So again, take a look at what Intel is going to be able to do. I think we'll continue to see their market share continue to increase. I don't know at what point will they be able to hit the double digits, 10%, and if they hit 10%, will that be enough to take NVIDIA? Because somebody's market share is going to have to go down in order for Intel to go up to probably about 10% or so. So that'll be interesting to see how that shape out over the next couple of years. And that is everything I have for you in this video, guys. Thank you for taking the time out to watch this video. If you enjoyed this video, let me know down in the comment section. Hit that like button as well. Let me know what your thoughts are on the GPU sales at this point. Do you think the market's going to turn around? Do you see it going down even lower? Let me know down in the comment section. I would love to converse with you down there and see what your thoughts are about that. Again, do me a huge favor, hit that subscribe button if you're new to this channel. Hit that notification bell as well so you don't miss any new content. Also, if you'd like to stay up to date with the latest tech news, head over to the website at soundsnerdy.com, where I curate tech news from around the web covering Apple, Samsung, Google, Android, computing, and even more general tech news, brought to you all in one website at soundsnerdy.com. And until the next video, guys, stay nerdy.